All right, chapter 6, section number 7, using percent equations. So this would be things like discounting, the amount by which a regular item is reduced. Like today is 50% off at Starbucks after 3 p.m. Happy days. That's a discount, by the way. So simple interest, this is the amount of money paid or earned for the use of money. When you borrow money from a bank, they charge you interest for however long it takes you to pay it back. Or in my case, you borrow money to go to school. You have to pay it back with interest. So they give you an equation or a formula. So I equals PRT. So I is the interest, P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time. And we'll get into more of that later. So a percent equation is an equivalent form of the percent proportion in which the percent is written as a decimal. So we were doing, part over base equals, A is part equals percent over 100. That's what we were doing last time. So now we're going to change this. Instead of this being written as something over 100, it's going to be A over B equals point something something. So here's what that looks like. So it's part over base equals percent. So this is now written as a decimal, as I was saying just a little bit ago. And then we manipulate it a little bit by trying to get part by itself. And so we just multiply both sides by the base. And then that gives us this equation. This is called the percent equation. So part equals percent times base. So same kind of concept as last time. So if we're missing the part in this equation, it'd be what number is 75% of 4? So it would look like this. So this part, remember we have part equals percent times base. So what number, part, is 75% times base. And we could do that if we're missing the percent. Here's the part is what percent of the base, and 3 is 75% of what number. So same concepts there, just make sure we know how to do all three. And we'll probably have an example for all three, so let's try them. So first, find 38% of 22. So estimate 40% of 20 is 8. So you know that that the base is 22 and the percent is 38, and let n be the part. I'd really like them to make you write out the thing first, so I would do part equals percent times base. So we're going to write substitute 38 for percent as a decimal in 0.38. And base is 22, because that's what they told us it is. It's also after the word of. So we simplify that out. So my answer is 38% of 22 is $8.36, 8.36. Apparently I need that 50% off Starbucks because I'm yawning. Find 64% of 48. Go. All right, so it's part equals point something something times base. So it looks like 48 is my base. This would be my percent. So we put them in here. 0.64, as it has to be as a decimal, times 48. Put those into my calculator. Gives me 30.72. So my answer would be 64% of 48 is 30.72. All right, 19 is what percent of 25? Well, they want you to estimate, but we're going to skip over that part. So we know that 25 is the base, the part is 19, and we need to know the percent. So I use my formula, part equals percent times base. So I put in my part is 19, we're looking for percent, and my base is 25. I divide both sides by 25. I could put that into a decimal, comes out to 0.76. So 19 is 76% of 25. And you try, go. All right, so let's go. Part equals decimal times base. And so my 8 is what percent of 25? Of gives me my base, so that's 25. And 8 is my part. 8 equals, we'll just call it x, why not? And divide both sides by 25. Gives me 8 over 25, or 0.32. So that would be 32%. So I'd go 8 is 32% of 25. All right, 84 is 16% of what number? So we, again, we're going to use that same thing. Part equals decimal, which is a percent, times base. So you know that the part is 84, the percent is 16. So we punch those into we substitute those in. So 84 goes for part, 0.16 goes for the decimal of 16%. We divide both sides by 16, or 0.16. And that gives me 525. So my answer would be 84 is 16% of 525. You try, go. All right, didn't write that out very well, but that's okay. So it looks like 315 is my part, and 42 is my percent, and that is my base. So 315 equals 0.42 base, divide by 0.42, divide by 0.42, punch that into my calculator. Gives me 750. So 315 is 42% of 750. All right, now we get to our discounts. The regular price of a ring is $495. Yikes. It is on sale at a 20% discount. What is the sale price of the ring? So there's a couple ways. First, you can use use the percent equation to find 20% of $495. We could estimate that 1/5 of 500 is 100. So D is going to be my discount. And so we'll use discount equals, I think they told us this. So discount equals percent times the base. So discount would actually be part. So part equals percent times base. And we could really say this as discount equals decimal times original price. Nice, another way we could say that. Put those in there, substitute in, multiply them out, comes out to $99. So then we can find the sale price. Because we're not done here, just because it gives us $99, that's the percent discount. So we have to actually subtract that from the original price. So $495 minus 99 would be $396. So another way of doing this is a discount of 20% means the ring will cost 100% minus 20%, which would be 80%. So we can use the percent equation of 80% of 495. I personally like this method better because it's one step. But you do have to make this flip in your head, or write it down even. That's even better, because we like writing things down. Show all your work. So S is going to be the sale price. So now we're going to do sale price equals 100 or 1.0 minus the percent times the original price. So you could write that down if you'd like to. So the sale price is these numbers multiplied together, multiply them out, 396 comes out the same as the last one. So the sale price of the ring will be $396. All right, you try, go. All right, so we're going to find the sale price of this stereo system. So sale price equals 1.0 minus the percent times the original price. So my original price is $12.95. And it's at a 15% discount, so 1.0 minus 0.15, I'm jumping ahead of myself here, equals the sale price. And those would be actually in parentheses like that. And so that comes out to 0.85 times 1295. Punch that into my calculator. 1295 times 0.85 equals, I get 1523.53 after you decimal that, after you round that up. Oh my, I was wrong. I went the wrong direction apparently. All right, so the question is, where did Coach Evans go wrong? Spoiler alert! He went the wrong. I had divide instead of multiply. If you hit the divide button, you come out with this button. If you hit the multiply button, you come out with the correct answer. All right, so simple interest. This is probably the hardest part of this lesson. It's going to make this video a little longer, but I want you to really understand this. When it says interest, is the amount of money paid or earned for the use of money. So you borrowed money for student loans, and you put it in this thing. So for a savings account, interest is also earned. So that means I've put a bunch of money away for my kid to go to college. I don't have kids yet, but we'll get there. For a credit card, the interest is also paid. So there's several different ways you could do it. You could either have, I'm saving money and it earns interest, or I borrowed money and I have to pay it back with interest. So to solve that problem involving interest, use the following formula. So I have interest, which will be a decimal number of some sort. I have the annual interest rate as a decimal. I have the time in years, and I have the principal. That's how much money you borrowed. All right, so remember all those things? Remember that formula? Well, let's try one. Okay, so suppose you invest. That's probably a better word, is invest. Suppose you invest $2,000 for an annual interest rate of 4.5%. How long did it take for you to earn $495? So we take our simple interest formula. So I equals PRT. So I'm going to say I is going to be my interest rate, or my interest. So that's how much I want, that's my total that I want to get. I want to get a $495. So I put that over here. P would be my principal. That's how much I invested in the first place. So P goes in for 2,000. My rate comes out to 0.45. And then I'm going to have to get T by itself after I simplify and divide. So we simplify that out by multiplying, divide both sides by 90, and it'll give me 5.5 equals T. So it'll be 5.5 years to earn $495. All right, you try. All right, so we take my formula here. So I equals PRT. So I is how much I need to get. So 875. So let's go 875. My principal is 3,500. My rate, 6.5%. So I need to convert that 6.5% into a decimal. So 6.25%. Move that back to would come out to 0.675. And then we times that by t. All right, so let's multiply those together. So 35, let's clear my calculator, 3,500 times 0.0625 gives me 218.75 t. And bring everything down, show all your work. Divide by 218.75. Those two will cancel. Divide by 218.75. So let's put that in my calculator. 875 divided by 218.75 equals 4 equals t. So it'd be 4 years to earn $875. And that's all she wrote. See you in class.